The 2019 World Long Distance Casting Championships is hosted in Bobsfontein, Pretoria, South Africa. This event sees 9 countries and 11 teams competing against each other. And over the next 4 days, we will see 37 men and 2 ladies battle it out for the prestigious gold medal. Although this event takes place inland and on dry land, the long distance casting is part of the saltwater facet, thus falling under FIPS MER. The format of this event consists of 4 weight classes, with a corresponding line diameter for each class. The weights used are sea weights, and the purpose of this event is to see who can cast a weight the furthest. The participants will start off day 1 with a 175 gram weight and a line diameter of 0.35 millimeters. Day 2 will see a 150 gram class with a 0.13 millimeter line diameter. On day 3 will be a 125 gram weight with a 0.28 diameter, and the last day we will see the contenders cast a 100 gram weight with a line diameter of 0.25 millimeters. The participants have a 30-degree V-shaped court to make their cast. Any weight landing outside this parameter will not be scored. In a nutshell, the caster walks up to the casting point and makes his cast. When a legal cast is made, the rod needs to be placed on the rack outside the court. After all casters made a cast, the round ends. The participants can pick up their rods and gather at the starting line. 2 officials, using a micrometer, will check all the line and make sure the diameter is correct, according to the weight class. Once all lines has been checked, a horn sounds and the participants can start reeling in. With a lot of ducking and weaving, this process needs to be approached with a lot of care, for no contender wants to lose his weight while reeling in. The moment the participant reaches his leader line of approximately 10 meters, he needs to stop. As soon as the official gets to the caster, they both move the last 10 meters together. This process prevents casters from moving their weight forward. The official then places the prism pole by the weight, where back at the casting point another official takes the measurement via a laser distomet, and the distance is conveyed and confirmed using 2-way radios. Day 1 started off with a 175 gram weight class, and one by one the participants made their long distance cast. The SA record of 254.21 meters, set by Johan Swart way back in 2001, was not broken as Johannes Putter fed the best of South Africa with a cast of 230.7 meters. As day 1 came to an end, we saw Italy's Filippo Montpagano ending up 3rd overall with a cast of 263.27 meters. Second place went to Rafael Sanzo from Uruguay with a cast of 264.52 meters. But day 1 belonged to Argentina's Salvador Bastos. Unfortunately, he could not capitalize on the high altitude and found himself 1.5 meters shy with his cast of 265.77 meters, just missing his own record of 267.09 meters. That was set in 2018. Day 2, and each participant gets a number drawn at the captain's meeting. The next day means a new weight class, where the caster will get a new number. With the South African team getting ready, all countries are finalizing their plans and checking their gear. The first round gets on its way in the 150 gram weight class, and suddenly the wind picks up, but also changes direction. One of the rules states that all participants must cast with the wind. As the direction of the wind changes, so does the field. Unfortunately, the rules also state that the round needs to be completed before the field change can occur, meaning all contenders need to cast and finish that round. After the round is completed, the moving commences. As the session gets on its way, we see South Africa's Bossy Janse van Rensburg with his best cast of the day, landing his weight at 231.89 meters. As the day progressed, we see South Africa's Johan Beekers with the best cast of the day of 237.30 meters, afterwards lending a hand to her overwind. Another change in the wind direction as the round ends. The field now needs changes as well. Once again, everybody needs to pack up everything and move to a new location. As the round continues with the wind now from behind, the participants have time to grab something to eat. As day 2 drew to a close, things started to heat up between the frontrunners. Winner of day 1, Argentina's Salvador Bastos, who holds the current world record of 278.09 meters, found himself in third place with a cast of 276.40 meters. Then Uruguay's Rafael Sanzo broke Bastos' world record by getting the 280.65 meter mark, but he reluctantly had to settle for silver, as the day belonged to Italy's Filippo Montpagano with his epic cast of 281.19 meters, smashing both Bastos and Sanzo's records. Day 3, and we see all the competitors getting ready for the 125 gram weight class. As the rainy clouds hang low, the spirit of the contenders are still high. The origin of casting can be tracked back to England during the second half of the 19th century. The first modern-day type tournament was organised on the outskirts of London in 1881. The sport spread fairly quickly around the world, with many local variations developing in different countries. It wasn't until 1955 when 14 national associations came together and founded the ICSF. This body set the international standard for the sport. The first World Casting Championships was held 2 years later in Germany. For a long time, all casting was done on water, but in the 1970s, the practice of the sport moved from water ponds to sporting grounds, and since then the World Championships are regularly. Since 1981, the casting sport is also represented at the International World Games, which are held every 4 years. Another wind change and the field need to be adjusted accordingly. Even now, with the wind from behind, things can still go wrong. With the seniors, the masters and the ladies competing, we see South Africa's Dion van der Merwe pulling the proverbial rabbit out of the hat with his last cast of the day, in which he broke the South African Masters record with a great cast of 252.4 meters. But Uruguay's Rafael Sanzo proved to be too strong for South African outfit as he landed his weight at the 275.58 meter mark, earning him bronze for this weight class. Argentina's Salvador Bastos, also with his last cast of the day, reached a staggering 280.26 meters and literally found himself 43 centimeters short of the new world record that was set the previous round by Italy's Filippo Montpagano with an epic cast of 280.69 meters. Day 4, and we're on the last day where the contenders will brave the elements whilst competing in the 100-gram weight class. With much needed rain falling all over South Africa, Popsfontein was not spared by Mother Nature and measured 140 millimeters of rain over the 4 days. The two ladies who took part in this event endured the cold weather, but things heated up. Melanie Schneidereit from Germany smashed France's Amelia Sazon's 2014 world record with a personal best, a cast of 173.09 meters, setting a new German and world record. But not even the rain could stop Paraguay's Teresa Torres with a mammoth cast of 180.16 meters, breaking Melanie's newly set record, and by quite a margin. Back to the men, and things only went from bad to worse. With a wet and slippery surface, everybody struggled to adapt to the conditions, with one break-off followed by another. Whether everybody's morale was dampened by the weather was debatable. After the round's measurement took place, it was time to reset for the next round. As the clouds lifted, so did the overall mood. Throughout the competition, we saw an array of different casting styles. Becoming a bona fide caster, you will need the right equipment, tremendous amount of upper body strength, a well-developed technique, and lots of practice, as this is some of the requirements for the fundamental building blocks that will aid you with a cast well over 200 meters. As day 4 is drawing to a close, we once again see the three titans in the medals. Rafael Sancho from Uruguay could only deliver one legal cast for the day, With a distance of 262.66 meters, it was just enough to secure him another third place in this championship. Italy's Filippo Montpagano could only deliver 2 legal casts for the day. His second cast, however, ended up at the 264.36 meter mark, breaking another world record that was set the previous year by Salvador Bastos. But the day belonged to Argentina's Salvador Bastos, and with his experience, recovered from a shaky start and broke his own and Filippo's newly set world record with a long cast of 269.68 meters, and becoming the undisputed champion in the 100-gram weight class. We are at the prize-giving ceremony and most contenders were still in high spirit.
To the participants, geez guys, I think you were a little bit unlucky with the weather. I think if the weather had been slightly different, the world records that were achieved might have been a lot more. Remember, you are at a very high altitude and usually that assists in the casting distances. I think that with all of the rain, you were a bit unlucky, but we still had 4 world records, so I think you can give yourselves a good hand for that.
In the 175 category, Italy's Filippo Montpagano, now with much shorter hair, took the bronze with a distance of 263.27 meters. Rafael Sanzo from Uruguay came in second with a distance of 264.52 meters. Argentina's Salvador Bastos took the gold with a remarkable distance of 265.77 meters. On day 2, Salvador Bastos from Argentina found himself 4 meters short of second place and had to settle for bronze with his distance of 276.40 meters. Rafael Sanzo broke Bastos' world record with a respectable distance of 280.65 meters. But the day belonged to Italy's Filippo Montpagano, breaking Sanzo's new record with a distance of 281.19 meters, setting a brand new world record and taking home the gold. On day 3, we saw the 2 ladies go head to head. Melanie Schneidereit took silver with a distance of 166.34 meters. Teresa Torres from Paraguay added 10 meters to Melanie's distance and took gold with a superb cast of 176.55 meters. Uruguay's Rafael Sanzo taking third place with a cast of 275.58 meters. With his very last cast of the day, Salvador Bastos from Argentina landed his weight on the 280.26 meter mark, just a mere 43 centimeters short of Italy's Filippo Montpagano's excellent cast of 280.69 meters. Melanie Schneidereit from Germany smashed France's Amelia Sazon's 2014 world record with a personal best, a cast of 173.09 meters, setting a new German and world record. But not even the rain could stop Paraguay's Teresa Torres with a mammoth cast of 180.16 meters, breaking Melanie's newly set record and by quite a margin. In the men's 100-gram category, Rafael Sanzo ended up third with his cast of 262.66 meters. Filippo Montepagano from Italy broke Salvador Bastos' record that was set in 2018 with a cast of 264.36 meters that secured him a silver medal. Unfortunately for Filippo, Salvador had the last say, breaking his 2018 record and Filippo's current record with an astonishing cast of 269.68 meters, earning him a well-deserved first place. Individual bronze went to Uruguay's Rafael Sanzo with a total distance of 1,083.41 meters for the 4 weight classes. Filippo Montepagano from Italy took silver with a total of 1,089.51 meters. Salvador Bastos from Argentina was crowned individual world champion with a total distance of 1,092.11 meters. In the team results, we saw Uruguay taking the third place. Italy B took silver And Italy A took the honours of becoming the long distance casting world champions of 2019.